it's Tanya and it's the weekly sketch challenge once again, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one, mainly because of the photograph. And yes, as you can see there, this is one of my safari photos we got back a little while back, and we had the most amazing time. And yeah, I will get onto what I'm doing with the kits, but I just want to say that this was a bucket list item that I got to tick off. I have always wanted to see either cheetah or leopard cubs in the wild. You do, not often, but you do see lion cubs. That's not as difficult, but cheetah and leopard is, yeah, it's that, oh, it's that thing that you just want to. And would you look at that little guy? I don't actually know if it's a guy or a girl, to be honest, but it's definitely mum, I know. But yeah, the little one, oh, we spent 2 hours early one morning watching them playing. And they really do, they play, and I was amazed at how much the mother played with this little guy. And oh, it was the funniest thing. And yes, okay, I'll tell the little anecdote, but let me first say what we're doing. Okay, so it is the weekly sketch, and I am using the November Hip Kit Club kits, which are perfect for these kind of photographs. In fact, I often kind of squirrel away the best bits of November to go onto my animal layouts, because there's lots of those colours of nature in them, and yes, they work well. And yeah, I'm just doing layers, and what I did with the sketch is that I kind of tilted it on its side so that my photograph would be horizontal. And it is a large photograph, so that does mean that there's not all that much space to embellish with, but I did a good job with it, I think, by incorporating all sorts of bits, because I am getting down to not as much. This is my 4th layout with these kits, and I am quite an embellishment heavy person when I scrapbook, so yeah, you know, it's getting a little bit tricky. And yeah, I'm using this gorgeous gold word, and I did start with the beauty, and then I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do with the rest of the title, but it does come together. And I'm going to bring in some envelopes that we got, the Heidi Swap envelopes, and those wooden pieces, and yes, all sorts of embellishments I'm going to get on this layout as well. But let me get back to the little anecdote with this little guy. As I said, we spent the 2 hours watching them, and they weren't that far away, which was quite nice. They were in a riverbed, so you know, you could see them. And of course, the problem with nature is there's trees and shrubs and things in the way, so you don't always get those beautiful shots, you know, without some twig in their face or something. But there was a tree in front of us, and we noticed a little squirrel run up it, and then the little guy, the little cub, decided to come closer. He obviously spotted it as well. Now, he was a long way away, and I mean, the squirrel was up the tree, and there wasn't a cat and hell, pardon the pun, cat and hell's chance of him getting anywhere near the squirrel. But my gosh, that squirrel, it was the funniest thing, because the squirrel stared at him and literally yelled at him. I mean, he chattered and he chirruped and he literally yelled at this cat for a full, oh gosh, it must have been a full 3 to 4 minutes, where you could, if you could understand squirrel talk, I can imagine all sorts of nasty words coming out of his mouth, the swearing and the smack talk and all of that kind of thing, because my gosh, did he get going. I haven't actually seen that before, so I had such a giggle over that. I actually wish I had recorded it, but I tend to be taking photographs non-stop, and I forget about videos, so that doesn't happen. But oh my gosh, yes, it was just it was just so funny. And I apologize for the tufts of hair that you keep seeing as I play with those envelopes. So yeah, it was magical. The trip itself was great too. It was stinking hot, and even hubby kind of got a bit much for him in the end as well. So in other videos I'll tell you our dramas and all the rest of it. But yeah, it was hot, but overall the trip was fantastic, and we got to see all sorts of wonderful animals. And obviously this was the highlight for me, because we are the cat people. We want to see the big cats. And now the problem, of course, is we've been several times and we've seen such amazing sights that we're not satisfied if we see a lion, you know, far off in the distance kind of thing, because we've seen that already. We want them up close. We want to be able to get those, you know, those perfect photographs, or as you know, as one can try, being completely amateurish. In fact, hubby last night decided to tell me that he knows what the problem is, because I came back and I had a look at other people's, and oh my gosh, my head. And that's a little trick, actually, let me interrupt myself, is if you've arranged something like that, and yeah, I kind of goofed up. If you've arranged something like that and you want to sort of get it all glued down without messing up your arrangement, then grab a stapler or tiny attacher or something and just staple it together a bit. Then you maintain that integrity of your design, you know, and then can pop it behind very easily. But yes, no, hubby last night, because when I came back, and there's a Facebook forum, obviously, for the Kruger National Park photographs and that kind of thing, and there are amazing photographs in there, and okay, I do think some of them are professional photographers, but, you know, there are still, and you look at them and you think, oh my gosh, my photographs just don't match up, and then I get all morbidly depressed and decide that I'm useless, but the problem is, you see, is that I'm not actually prepared to put a lot of effort in. And this is essentially what hubby was saying last night. He was saying, sweetie, and no, he never calls me sweetie. He was saying, your lens is great. You know, there's nothing wrong with your lens. There is something a little bit wrong with the person behind the lens. And I had to agree with him, because I'm pretty sure we could probably, I could, I mean, he understands f-stops and apertures and, you know, all of that. So he says I need to get off the P mode. Then I might, you know, be a little bit happier with them. But in my defense, a lot of the time, you don't have time to compose your shot, you know. You're taking a wild animal who's decided to walk off into the distance or something. So, but anyway, be that as it may, that is neither here nor there. Let's get back to what I'm doing. I was just trying to find a colour of my Sharpies that I could use that would blend in for that reel, because I felt that that word reel wasn't popping enough for my titles, so that's why I coloured it in there. And you saw me sticking puffy stickers behind, and enamel dots, and other little puffy circles, and yeah, all the embellishments that I got on there. So yeah, this is my layout. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you will remember to come and join us in the Facebook forum. As you will know by now, this is the weekly sketch challenge, and there's a $10 coupon code up for grabs. All you have to do is come and join us. You don't have to be a member of the Hip Kit Club itself to play along. You can use your stash, you can use whatever you like. All we ask is that you follow the sketch and you post it in the thread that I post on a Friday, and the winner is announced every week. So yes, it is a great opportunity to come and see what everybody else is doing, work with the sketch, and, you know, have a chance to win some money to the Hip Kit Club online store. And I haven't finished yet, apparently, so let's watch me carry on. I hope you all are having a great time, and yeah, I think I am actually finished. So here are some couple of still shots, and yes, have a wonderful day, and we will chat again soon. Bye bye.